So I just had to make another video because it seems right after I made my first one about gentrification, something else really interesting happens in my home city. If you watch the first video, I live in Austin, which is going through a crisis at the moment of gentrification. And a lot of places it's considered a myth, it's considered something that people generally complain about, that it's really difficult to pin down, but in Austin specifically, it's black and white clear that that's what's going on here. So let me set the stage for you. We're going to be looking at East Austin first. East Austin is the side of town where most people of low income live. That happens to be most people of color, as well as Hispanics and lower income whites. The schools are all different in East Austin than they are in the rest of the city. They're underfunded and they are somewhat less achieving. There's a higher rate of kids going into charter schools in that area. It's just different than the rest of the city. East Austin is now the last place in Austin starting to be gentrified, and it all started a year or so ago when a popular local business was rent hiked right out of the neighborhood. While they were on the property, these old owners of what was a piñata shop had their property value go up $200,000. That is a figure that someone in the video is going to cite, that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. But it's really hard not to see that for what it is. What moved into its place, of the place of this piñata shop, is a cat cafe. And this is why I have mixed feelings about the whole situation. It's kind of tough for me to figure out where I stand on it, because I am generally anti-gentrification. I think you should stay in your own neighborhood and build up your own stuff and, make good with your own neighbors, and that's the way to make a better place, not to have to relocate some other city or state. And push other people out of their comfortable homes so that you can take it over. The Cat Cafe, to get back to the point, is also an adoption center. It's a place where people can go and have drinks and have coffee and interact with these animals and possibly adopt them if they choose to. So it's a charity on top of it. So it's really hard not to feel a little bad when things start to happen to this local business. Now, I heard about this the other day on the morning news, and I found an article. I'm going to link the entire thing below, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of it here.
The uprooting of a culture and a heritage.
He says the rising tax rate in East Austin has already pushed out family members.
I'm next in line, and with all these hipsters and trendsters that are coming in here, just not gonna let it go by and let them drink a cup of coffee or a craft beer in my face, and not, they understand that there's a history and a culture that they are pushing out, that they're displacing.
The owner of the cafe, who didn't want to disclose her name out of security fears, said police have been made aware of the vandalism and are reviewing security camera footage. In East Austin.
So again, as you see, this is kind of a hairy situation. If you, again, want to watch the whole video, read the whole article, I will link below. It's hard to know how to feel. The people who knew the piñata owners were really upset when they left. This has been an ongoing protest, and it's kind of a poster child for what's been going on in East Austin specifically. And it seems that it's very little coincidence that all of these businesses just can't afford their taxes anymore. They can't afford to stay in business on what revenue they make, because they don't make high-end, high-dollar goods. They don't sell a $12 cup of coffee. They were selling $20 handmade piñatas that you bought maybe once or twice a year. They were a specialty shop. It's the same reason why, from personal experience, floral shops in the area are going out of business. Places like H-E-B, which is the big supermarket chain here, and Randall's and other places like that, they're putting small local florists out of business. And the sad part is everybody loses. The consumer no longer gets a prime product. They no longer get someone who is an artisan at their craft producing these things for them. And the producer themselves, the artisan, no longer has a trade. They've been pushed out of business or told that they need to do their business at a much lower cost because there's simply no market for someone with your skills right now at that level. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for everyone going every direction. I'm interested to hear thoughts. I'm fascinated by the discussion around this, and I wonder if there really is a solution rather than just a bunch of angry people. I leave this to your commentary and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a whole bunch. Madam out.